All right, so good afternoon, and thank you all for coming. My name is Lieutenant Tyler Jamison. Tyler is Tyler, last of Jamison, J-A-M as in Mary, I-S-O-N. Please keep in mind that this investigation is in the early stages and it did occur less than 24 hours ago. So our detectives are diligently working to gather evidence, speak with family members, and work with the coroner's office to determine the cause of death. I do want to start by saying, on behalf of the Milpitas Police Department, we all have heavy hearts and want to extend our condolences to the families and loved ones affected by this tragic incident. We're committed to supporting them during this incredibly difficult time, and we're going to continue to work with them to provide them with the appropriate resources that they need. In addition, we also want to acknowledge the officers who responded. Events like this take an emotional toll, and we thank them for their incredible work. And we're also committed to providing them with all the necessary resources to navigate through the challenges of this incident. Last night, December 17th at around 9 p.m., officers were dispatched to the Turing Apartments at 1355 McCandless Drive for a welfare check after family members reported they hadn't spoke with their loved ones for several days. Upon arrival, and based on the information available to the officers at that time, officers entered the residence and they tragically discovered 4 deceased individuals inside the residence. There was 1 adult male, 1 adult female, and 2 minor children. At this time, all the evidence suggests it was an isolated incident and there's no ongoing threat to public safety. This investigation is ongoing, and we just ask for the community to remain patient as we continue to uncover all the facts. Thank you.
And Lieutenant, these 4 individuals, do we know their relationship to each other? Are they family?
Yes, they are.
So is it the mother, the father, and 2 children?
Pending confirmation of their identities from the coroner's office, we don't know specifically the names of the individuals or the relationships. That the detectives are still trying to piece that information together.
You mentioned the family had spoke to them for several days. Do you have an idea if the state of the bodies when they were recovered, when they decomposed, or you don't have an idea for how many times these people were dead?
We don't have that information at this time. Obviously, when the officers entered, there were obvious signs of death, and they were pronounced deceased at the scene, all 4.
When you hear obvious signs of death, elaborates on often that's the description.
They were pronounced deceased at the scene. Without more information, I mean, obviously the coroner's office is going to, assist with the investigation and determine the cause of death and determine when this specifically occurred. We're trying to piece together the sequence of events right now.
Was there any kind of weapon or anything recovered at the scene?
We're not prepared to make a statement on that yet, only because we are in the early stages of the investigation, and as we gather more facts, we will, and we plan on discussing more information at a later time. Isolated, meaning that there is no threat to public safety. It is being investigated. As we gather more facts, we'll add additional information as far as the specifics on the investigation.
Like others have said, the obvious signs of death kind of we don't normally hear that. So when you say that, are you saying, is it more of like medically pulse kind of thing signs, or something on the body, or gave you that indication?
Well, the medical examiner will ultimately make the ultimate determination on the cause of death, but the individuals on scene were pronounced deceased.
But Lieutenant, at this point, none of us can accurately report
That's correct. It's at the coroner's office, the investigation, and our detectives are working diligently with them to learn additional information and gather all the facts before they can make any additional assessments.
Did the family indicate when the last time they had contact with any of the family members to when they called you guys?
Yes, they said they hadn't spoken with them in several days, and usually they had talked to them every few days. I'm sorry, what was that? We're not prepared to make a statement on that at this time, so we're still gathering the facts, talking to family members, and obtaining additional information.
But they were found in an apartment.
Yes, at the Turing Apartments.
You mentioned at the beginning the toll this takes emotionally on people at a scene, officers. Could you elaborate on that? I mean, this is not a good example.
Yes, it's a very difficult incident for anyone. I mean, especially the family. Like we mentioned, our deepest condolences to the family. Officers are exposed to these tragic incidents on a daily basis, and we just want to make sure that they're provided with the necessary resources that they need to navigate through those challenges.
And Lieutenant, at this particular location or with these particular individuals, have there been any prior or recent calls from the police department to assist or intervene?
So we have had no prior calls for service at that residence. I'm sorry?
Age and gender on the minors?
Pending confirmation of the identities from the coroner's office, the children are believed to be preteen. We're not disclosing that information at this time, but preteen, yes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.